Welcome back. This is the next in my series of how to complete the Common Application. I've already logged in. You can see I have my ID number because I did set up an account. It's going to pull some information over, so in this part there will be portions you don't need to complete, such as your name. You can add some things if you need to. You're going to answer if you've ever used any other names. I've answered no. Notice this question has a red star next to it. Anything with a red star is a required question that you must answer. There are some questions in this portion of the application that you do not need to answer, and it's your choice. The sex question, that is the sex that you were born as, and you're required to fill this out either male or female. However, down here you can explain a little bit more about how you identify yourself, your gender identity. So if you were born female but you identify as a male, you could certainly put that down, or if you don't identify as any gender. Your birthday got pulled over from the previous screen, as did your address. If you've lived anyplace else, you would include that here. But if there's no alternate address, you don't have another place where you'd like college information sent, you would just click no alternate address. And we hit continue. Preferred home phone number. I've included my home phone number, which is actually my office number. You could include your home or your cell phone number, whichever you prefer. And then down here, you do have an opportunity to put an alternate number. So if you put your cell phone up here and you'd like your home number down here or no other telephone, it's really up to you. But you do need to answer that question. Moving on to demographics. You can list your religious preference if you'd like to, but notice there's no red star here, so that's not required. The same thing with armed forces status. Are you Hispanic or Latino? Under what race do you identify yourself? And those questions, you can see none of them have a red star, so they're not required. But some of these demographic questions could be tied to scholarship opportunities at individual colleges, so think about whether or not you'd like to answer them. Regardless of whether you answer those questions or not, you do need to check off that you've completed this section to your satisfaction, and then you would continue. Under geography, you're going to indicate your birth country. For most of you, it will be the United States, but some of you were born in other places, so you'll indicate that there. Your city of birth, your state of birth, the number of years you've lived in the United States. For many of you, that will be your entire lifetime. So now you know how old I am. So I'm going to put the number of years outside of the United States as 0. But if you are born, for some reason it's not letting me answer that. But in any case, if you are born in another country, then you would have to put down the number of years you lived in that country and then the number of years in the United States. And then language, the number of languages you are proficient in. I know many of you have a seal of biliteracy and you're proficient in at least 2 languages. I'm answering just 1 because it will want to know which languages you are proficient in. And you can see I have green check marks here because these are done, but language, I missed a question. So I need to go back to that one and complete that. I needed to answer what my level of proficiency is, and it's my first language. It's the language I speak, write, read, and I speak at home. And then citizenship, your citizen status. Again, most of you are probably U.S. citizens, so answer that. However, if you have dual citizenship or citizenship in another country, you'll answer that there. Your social security number is not required. It's only required for financial aid if you are filling out the FAFSA. So again, think about that. But if you're not sure of what your social security number is and you want to fill that out, make sure you look that up. Do not guess. And then the Common Application fee waiver. For a lot of you, this will be no. There are some colleges that will offer fee waivers. That is if you are in a demographic where you qualify for either free lunch or some sort of state assistance. If you answer yes, your school counselor will get a verification and we have to verify that you qualify. And that's it for this part of the Common Application.